Hello everyone, welcome to solve this math Olympiad algebraic problem, and here we have m cubed minus n cubed equals to 61, and we find the values of m and n where m and n belongs to natural numbers. So here this n denotes the set of natural numbers. So now the very first step we are going to do is here first we focus on the left hand side, and here we apply the nice cubic formula. And we know that the cubic formula m cubed minus n cubed equals to m minus n times of m squared plus mn plus n squared, and this whole equation equals to 61. And now in the next step, you see here in the left hand side we have two factors. These are multiplied by each other, but in the right hand side we have only one factor. So now we convert our right hand side into the product of two factors, so that here first uh, we find the choices in which we get the product of 61. Product of two numbers is 61, so these numbers are 1 times of 61 is 61, and 61 times of 1 is also 61. So now here first we define the relation between these two factors, and here we know that the value of m minus n is always less than m squared plus mn plus n squared. So this value is always less than this value, and now we choose those pair which satisfy this relation. So here you see that 1 is less than 61, but here 61 is greater than 1. So now our first case is satisfied this relation, but this is not satisfied, so that we rejected this case. And now we compare our left hand side with this first case. So when we compare both of the sides, then we get the value of m minus n equals to 1, and the value of m squared plus mn plus n squared equals to 61. And here we have m minus n, and this equation implies that we move this n to the right hand side, and we get our m equals to 1 plus n. And now we call this as equation number 1. And here we substitute the value of m in the second equation or this equation. So when we substitute the value of m here, then it will becomes 1 plus n whole square plus 1 plus n times of n plus n squared equals to 61. And now in the next step, here we open the square of this term. So it will becomes 1 square plus n square plus 2 times of n, and we multiply this n on both of these terms, and it will becomes plus n square plus n square equals to 61. And here we add or subtract the like terms, and we have n square plus n square plus n square equals to 3 times of n square, and 2n plus n equals to 3n, and we have 1 square becomes 1, and this 61 is written as minus 61, and this whole equation equals to 0. So now here we need a little bit simplification. So we obtain 3 times of n square plus 3n minus 60 equals to 0. And here you see that each term is divisible by 3, so that we divide both of the sides by 3 in this way. And we obtain the output is n square plus n minus 20 equals to 0. So 0 over 3 will be equals to 0. And now here we easily make the factors of this equation, and we move towards to find the value of n. So we have the factors of this equation are plus 5n minus 4n and minus 20 equals to 0, because 5 fours are 20 and we need minus 20, and 5 fours is a minus 20, and 5 minus 4 becomes plus 1. So here we take common n from the first two terms and we get n plus 5, and here we take common minus 4 and we get n plus 5 equals to 20. And now we take common n plus 5 from both of these terms and we obtain n minus 4 equals to 0. So here we divide this into cases. So our first case is we write n plus 5 equals to 0, and the second case is we write n minus 4 equals to 0. So here we obtain our n equals to minus 5, and here we get n equals to 4. But in the start of the problem, we have some restriction, and it is our m and n must be belongs to integer. Sorry, a natural number. N is the natural number. So here we have n is minus 5 and minus 5 is not natural number, so that we rejected this case, and we have only one value of n, and this is n equals to 4. And now from this value of n we easily find the value of m. So we write here from equation number 1. So here we copy down equation number 1. So you see here, this is equation number 1 in which we have m equals to 1 plus n. And now we copy down this equation and it is written as m equals to 1 plus n. And now we substitute this value of n here and it will becomes m equals to 1 plus 4, or we have m equals to 5. So this is the value of m. So we have the value of m and n, in which these two are natural numbers, is 5 and 4. So now we verify these values. Is the value of m and n is 5, 4 and satisfied our given question statement or not? So here we copy down given question statement. It is m cubed minus n cubed equals to 61, and now we substitute the value of m and n. So our m is 5 cubed and n is 4 cubed equals to 61. So we have 5 cubed is 125 and 4 cubed is 64 equals to 61, and 125 minus 64 equals to 61 equals to 61. So this shows that m and n are the solution of given equation, and this is the final answer. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.